Welcome to episode 1 of season 3. Woo, woo, woo. So excited to be on another journey, a food journey with one of my greatest friends, Tanya here. And we have a whole lineup of fun shows this season, and some interesting things like recipe swaps. What? So stay tuned. This season is going to be lots of fun. And I can't wait to share also today's episode. So, but before we get into that, Tanya, hi, how are you?
Hi, it's Christmas time. I'm so good. How are you? And your cute, adorable sweater. Come on.
Right? This is like hands down my favorite sweater that I usually wear to ugly Christmas parties, like ugly sweater Christmas parties.
It's so cute.
I know. I think it's so cute too, because it's Santa Claus on a unicorn in space.
Come on.
Merry Christmas.
So it's Christmas time. I am great. And also super excited for season 3 and the new surprises that you just alluded to. You guys will see. And also super excited that due to, popular demand over the last 2 seasons, we've evolved, we've grown, that we're going to be offering our very first ebook, which will be a collection of all of our recipes that you see in this season. So more information on that, you guys can look at the link below and that'll take you to all of the info, but super exciting. And everything smells so, I know, right? Everything smells so good. I'd like to note, I do not have cute Christmas clothes on, and you can't see my white tree that is literally lit up here because it is so sunny, which is really nice.
Nice.
A lot of my Christmas stuff is packed, but 10 points to anybody who knows what movie this comes from. Come on. Yasmin.
Oh, right. But the Christmas Vacation.
I was like, hold on, are you my friend? I'm just kidding. You're always my friend.
Well, and you know what? I was watching Christmas movies while I was cooking because that's a Christmas thing for me, for sure. And that's one of my favorites. So
me too. I feel like I keep this out year round, which is why it isn't packed. So what you got on your Christmas table there? So today is not Christmas dinners, but it's like the Christmas
classics.
Exactly.
Christmas classics. Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, so I just want to I want to dive in because Christmas obviously, is one of my favorite times of year. I mean, I know it is for so many people. And I have to just I want to share how much I love Christmas. When I was a kid, we would play dress up, me and my sisters. We'd play dress up.
Yeah. And
we would play Christmas. And we set up the tree.
Oh my God, I love it.
Right? So love Christmas and all that comes with it. And so for me, my family, we always do that classic Christmas, stuffing, gravy, turkey, potatoes, a little bit of veggies,
balance and all things, right? It's the
right. And so for me, the holidays are about stuffing usually because I do love to have turkey or chicken, whatever bird you have, and stuffing. I mean, it to me, the smell, right now, the smell in here is it's Christmas because I have barley stuffing here. So it's not your usual, white bread that's dried out that you do, that way, or even trying to make it better with whole wheat bread. I know my family's done that, but usually we like the white bread.
Yeah.
This, it's so great because it has all the same smells. And I feel like when you eat it, it has all similar feels, but it's barley. So we're replacing it with something, that bread with a whole grain. So I cooked that. So we'll pop up some videos of this. So I've got the fresh ingredients. So it's barley that's cooked. Then it's carrots and onions and celery. And then there's mushroom. So, and the mushrooms cut up really, really fine. And as you're cooking it, it kind of looks like meat, but it's mushrooms. So I know like I've had meat put into my stuffing. Sometimes there's been sausage and things like that. Not usually at home, Mom, if you're watching, I know you don't put meat in yours, but I've had lots of stuffing over the years. So this one, there's a lot of texture to it and like the fiber. So that's the thing, Oh, actually, before I go into the fiber, hold on. This is the fresh herbs that I put into this. So we've got rosemary, we've got thyme, we've got sage, all the things that normally we would like put in, the powder of, right? In the stuffing, you mix it all around and usually with butter and all that. Well, fresh herbs. So in this, you cut up the fresh herbs all really fine and it makes those beautiful smells. And then you have all the nutrition. So this is packed with nutrition. Like usually the stuffing, anybody that's like watching their weight coming over to dinner, they're like, oh, not too much stuffing, please. Because usually like white bread, it's basically sugar. This is so full of fiber and nutrients because of the veggies that are in it, the mushrooms, and then the fresh spices, the sea salt. I cooked with avocado oil, so it's, heart healthy. And I wanted to talk about the fiber because fiber is just so important. I know I talk a lot about it with my patients, and anybody that knows me, fiber is basically like a cure for type 2 diabetes and insulin resistance. So there's that. It makes you feel full, sorry, not hungry. It makes you feel full. It balances your blood sugar, and usually these foods, like you feel satisfied when you have them. It's just, there's something really important about that. The other thing beyond all of that amazingness is this is food for your gut microbiome. So again, a lot of my patients have heard me talk about the gut microbiome. We're trying to heal the gut, and to heal the gut, what does that mean? It means you got to heal the gut microbiome. It's a big part of it. And the gut microbiome, it's the good bacteria. Hopefully, that's what we want. So the good bacteria, what makes them happy? What makes them want to stay and grow? Because that's what they are. They're bacteria. We want them to like grow and thrive. Fiber. Fiber is what the good bacteria eat. Amen. We got to eat some fiber, heal our gut microbiomes.
And period at the end of the sentence. So I'd just like to say that you've taken something that actually ruins and destroys the gut, stuffing made with white bread, which turns into sugar, which feeds the bad guys. And you've turned it into something, same beautiful dish that actually feeds the good guys and starves at the bad guys. So good for you. Yes. I personally cannot wait to try this recipe. Look at that. And furthermore, just for me, a plant-based eater who doesn't eat any meat, I never get to have stuffing. So this year, I am going to have some stuffing, let me tell you. So that's awesome. Is it so good?
Oh, so good. Sorry. It's the first bite.
It looks amazing. Wow.
I'm going to be proud.
No, that's absolutely amazing. Wow. Yes. So you talked about Christmas and traditions, and I have the same thing. My traditions have kind of evolved and changed over the years as my diet's done like a complete, 180. So there is still the turkey and the gravy and the mashed potatoes and the stuffing, most of which I don't eat, which is fine. So I've learned to adapt my Christmas traditions to fit in with everybody else's. Because again, we talk about food is emotional. Food brings us together. Food is community. So you can't isolate if you've changed your diet or if you decide something, you're not eating a certain way or whatever, because it does feel isolating. I felt isolated before in the past until I learned making dishes to incorporate to these family dishes that everybody can eat. And it becomes my main dish. And then I enjoy the sides, the potatoes, the carrots, your stuffing, etc. Does that make sense?
Totally. And, I say for myself, I don't think I've always been that brave to, I'll just I guess I'm going to eat this and just hurt later. So Now I want to be more pushy and be,
Right.
you know, more like, no, like I need what, but I'll bring it like here. And then I feel like other people can try it. And then they're like, wow, this tastes really good. I had all these misconceptions about what a barley stuffing would be, maybe,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
So, and the other thing,
yeah.
Actually, sorry to cut you off. This recipe is really cool because you can make it ahead of time and bake it, you know, so if it's really busy, you know, and you're making your dinner, you can make it the day before and then just pop it in the oven for the 30 minutes. Or you could bring it, you know, it really lends itself to bringing it and then it can pop in the oven, or you could have cooked it ahead of time. But so it is actually a really great recipe. So
yeah, and fast and easy too. So that's amazing. So similar to this then, those that have even subscribed to like my meal plans right when I was starting years and years ago, and even part of the TLC community know that the quiche is one of my like most sought after like items. And back in the day, I used to make my own crust. And the recipe that you'll see in, you know, our collection does have my made from scratch crust recipe. But these days, life is busy and life is more hectic. So I am using the wholly veggie gluten-free crust, which is also plant-based. So I'll put that in the notes as well, the link where you can see the crust I'm using, because it has good ingredients and it just saves so much time. So you can actually make this ahead of time as well. And that's why I love this. You can make this months ahead of time and pop them in the freezer. So same thing as well. When it's hectic, everybody needs the oven at Christmas, whatever. I let this defrost overnight. And then believe it or not, I took my piece and I warmed it up in the air fryer. So you all know how much I love my air fryer. Here even becomes a way where, you know, I know that ovens, again, they are a hot commodity during the holidays. Everybody's like, can I get this in the oven, the toaster oven? Here you could even leave this out, which is I've done before, and whoever wants a piece cuts it and kind of warms it up as well. So it makes it versatile that way too, right?
Oh, smart.
Just less stress. So what is inside?
Yes.
What is inside? So it is light and it is completely fluffy, okay, but it is plant-based, so I don't use eggs in this at all. No heavy cream. And actually, I made this one, Yaz, with Kevin in mind, your husband, nut-free. I used sunflower seeds instead.
Yay!
So basically, like yours, a lot of veg. Mushrooms are the leader of the pack here. I love mushrooms. We don't go into that right now. Love. And it is tofu based. So just like you said too, which I loved, I like changing people's minds about tofu and tempeh one person at a time with meals like this. Because tofu and tempeh is disgusting when you just buy the block and like cook it. But again, here's an idea. Who knew that this is a pie that tofu could make, you know, this quiche. So it is bacon and cheddar quiche. There's spinach in here. There's coconut bacon bits. There's nutritional yeast. Everything is plant-based, whole food, a ton of beautiful spices, and just like a flavor profile that I've never had anybody say, this is disgusting, or, you know, like kind of do one of those, like put it in their napkin and be like, that's great, you know? So I'm being honest. This is good. This is made with whole foods, making real food from real food, and it makes me really happy. So I just want to address a little bit about the soy skepticism, and anybody that feels that, rightly so. It's so confusing. It's so confusing in textbooks, on the internet, from your doctor, from your naturopath, from your nutritionist. Like everybody's like, well, what the hell about soy? You know, so soy needs to be organic. That's my first and foremost. The humble soybean is actually a beautiful food. It is exceptionally high in plant-based protein, exceptionally high in fiber, because we know fiber is only found in plants, has a nutrient profile that's extremely interesting when it comes to our health, but it gets a really bad rap. And it gets a really bad rap in terms of hormones, in terms of cancer, in terms of estrogen dominance. So listen, it's the holidays, so I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail about these topics, but in a nutshell, for most people, organic, whole forms of soy, not your soy ice creams, not your soy curls, not those. Whole forms of soy are actually exceptionally beneficial to the body. They can help women with, and men as well, with estrogen dominance, okay, by attaching to the receptor and having the higher forms of estrogen, the more potent and damaging ones that we're getting from plastic and water and hormones injected into meat, help the body excrete those. And there are a ton of studies that actually show when it comes in terms of cancerous tumors, isoflavones in the soy can actually block the blood vessels feeding that cancer. So there's a lot. In a nutshell, for me, for most people, soy, whole forms, extremely nutritional and extremely beneficial at that as well. So that's a little bit about the soy. I don't want to go into much more detail. I just don't want anybody to be scared of my quiche, because you know what? It's really healthy. It's really good for you.
And it's, I was just going to say that I talk about soy and trying to, help educate my patients a lot about it. And I always tell them at the end of the day, it is safe when it's organic and the whole food part. So, I mean, we'll get into it one point deeper, but for now, it's Christmas and, we want to just keep it light. So,
as light as this quiche, look at, no joke, it's so freaking fluffy.
That was a thing I wanted to say actually about your quiche, because I was almost going to forget about it, was that texture looks better than egg quiche to me. Because sometimes egg quiche is, it's a little too floppy, or it's just there's something off, and that looks like perfect. And the flavor, the flavor profile for a quiche, I can't wait to try that recipe. I feel and I'm probably going to cheat. I'm going to not lie. I'm going to cheat and, get the pie shell.
Oh, for sure. And also they make individual ones. Side note, and I won't say mom if you're watching this, my mom is my biggest fan. So mom, this is inspired from you. My mom would make these quiches growing up in individual muffin tin ones.
Smart.
Egg and ham and cheese and the green onion. And I swear I could eat 30 of them. So you can also do individual ones as well. And then if you do have different eaters, you could change what you put in them. The base could be the same, but if someone wanted maybe a little bit of diced chicken or, some real cheese or whatever, you could individualize them as well, because I've done that as well for gatherings. So,
oh my God, that is brilliant. Okay. Oh, it's so versatile. Amazing.
So, so for me, obviously you're going to pair yours with the gamut. For me, I would literally pair mine with again, the mashed potatoes, and actually, the carrots.
Before you go too far, I want to just pop in. Actually, if we can pop in a picture, I actually did make this for Thanksgiving dinner, back, at Thanksgiving time. And check out this picture. I had this beautiful vegetable mash made with squash, this amazing cranberry sauce that we put red wine in. Oh, it was so good. And we did chicken balls made also with these herbs instead of a whole chicken, or a whole turkey. We just, this year we didn't do a whole turkey. So we did turkey balls. So so there you go. Fun.
Amazing. So, wow. What an amazing fun start for Christmas. No matter what time of year you guys are watching this, it's always fun. Even if you find this episode in a couple years and you're watching it in Christmas in July, it's always a good time of year to feel good. I hope that you guys have a really good Christmas. Yes, I hope that you have a really good Christmas. And I can't wait to make your stuffing. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm definitely going to make that for Christmas, 1,000%. And I guess we will be seeing each other very soon after the holidays.
That's right. See you soon.
Okay, guys. Bye. Take care. Bye.